They don't get the recognition they deserve. They leave their families and their loved ones to go serve.
Well, I'd like to welcome you to another featured artist of the month here at Aspen Leaf Recording. And today we have the great pleasure of being here with Al Reed. Al, good to see you.
Good to see you, Ken.
And thank you so much for doing this. And I'd like to ask Al just a couple of questions about his music and his life, and we'll take it from there.
I am totally classic country, Ken.
Any favorite artists in particular?
Oh, I like Johnny Cash a lot. Merle Haggard, probably Marty Robbins would have been my favorite of all time.
Have you written a number of songs?
I've written about 20. I've recorded in Nashville a couple of times, once in Boston, and once in Adams, Massachusetts.
What were those sessions like?
I lucked out one time in Nashville. I needed a band for the studio, and George Jones was nowhere to be found, and his band was in town and needed to work, and I got to hire him and work with him, and that was really, really great.
We remixed or remastered some of your songs from over the years. Were some of those songs on that project?
One of those songs was,
okay.
Yes.
Al came to Aspen Leaf, I think maybe 3 years ago.
I'd say, yeah.
Initially with a song that you had written,
Yes.
and it was for your dad. Is that correct?
Was it, Truck Stop in Heaven.
Then later, Al came in with some songs that you had recorded as early as you were 17 for one of the songs?
Yes, a couple of songs that you remastered for me were done in a basement when I was 17 years old with my very first band.
Did you play music full-time on the road and travel for a while?
Traveled quite a bit around the country, and I lived in Tennessee, I lived in South Carolina, lived in Vermont, and I played music all over New England area.
Can you recall maybe one of the most memorable or interesting evenings on the road?
Granville, New York.
Okay.
We were playing a little place up there one night, and this lady came up to the stage, and she kept asking me to do different songs, requests, you know. You know how that goes. Some of them you know, some of them you don't. Well, most of them I didn't know. So the more she drank, the madder she got, because I didn't know all these songs she thought I ought to know. So she went and told her husband. So he comes up to the stage, and he's mad at me, and he looks at me and he goes, "I don't like you." I said, "Well, I don't know what to tell you." I had a couple of guys that always traveled with me, kind of watched my back. And before we knew it, they were all over him. I'll never forget that night. I'm glad they were there.
So I had the great opportunity and pleasure of working with Al to shoot a video, God Keep Him Safe was the name of the song and the name of the video. And it's out and available on YouTube and Vimeo, I know for sure. And where can people download your music?
CD Baby is a good place to do that. I get a lot of downloads from there, and a lot of CDs that I still sell through CD Baby.
Okay. How many CDs do you have for sale?
As many as you want.
How many different albums do you have?
I have just the one album.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so if it's available on CD Baby, it's also available on iTunes?
Yes.
And probably Amazon.com.
Amazon, DigiStation.
DigiStation, okay. So there's a number of places people can find your music.
Absolutely.
What else do you like to do in your spare time?
I love old cars.
You do?
Yes. In fact, I'm getting ready to go to the Moab Car Show this weekend with a couple of cars.
Are there a couple around here we can go take a look at?
I bet we could find a couple.
All right. If in fact Aspen Leaf has helped you, can you tell us a little bit about the work that you've done there and how Aspen Leaf has been a benefit to you?
Definitely a benefit. I've recorded, like I said, in several places around the country, and I'll say without a doubt Aspen Leaf is the best studio that I've ever recorded in. The end results at Aspen Leaf is what it's all about. It's always been great.
Thank you. You can visit Al's website at www.alreedmusic.com, and I'm sure you're up on Facebook. People can locate you there.
Yes, I can.
Okay. but you can be reached through your website. Again, it's alreedmusic.com. And Al, it's been a great pleasure getting to see you, and I really appreciate you taking time to do this interview today.
I appreciate you coming up here. Good to see you.
Thanks so much for watching.
God keep 'em safe till we can get 'em home. God keep 'em safe till we can get 'em home.